I fear nothing, for all is as the Force wills it.
Yeah, so the will of the Force this week is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questions, just like last week, actually. 6 questions that we're going to be asking. Will or will not? I don't know. That's a weird way to say it.
Will they or won't they?
Will they or won't they? Yeah, or will they or will they not? Mm-hmm. All right. So the first question this week comes from us. It's will episode will episode 9 be the longest Star Wars movie ever? John, what do you think?
I think it will.
I think it won't.
I think it will
not.
because there's so much to wrap up, in my opinion. I think we're looking at a 2 hour and 40-minute movie.
Wow. I don't know, man. That's long. And the thing is like the reason I kind of think that is I love The Last Jedi, but I will say I think they're like looking back on it, even probably the creators are like, yeah, maybe we could have pulled back on this and this and this. I mean, maybe not Rian Johnson, but I think JJ and Kathleen Kennedy and Bob Iger would be like, let's try to keep this thing at a solid 210. Or something like that. So I just have a feeling, I know what you're saying, but I think that sometimes when you watch Last Jedi, it kind of feels a little long sometimes. Just a little bit. It's
going to be a 2 hour and 40-minute sprint, though. It's going to be so awesome.
Yeah, I could hear you. All right, let's move on to the second question, though. Already divided.
So we're already 0 for 1. So we're not.
Yeah.
And this question is from @RBATSWNN, right?
Yeah, they sent that in, and by the way, thanks for sending in all of the questions, nobody. So, will Snoke appear in Jon Favreau's post-Return of the Jedi live-action series? John?
No.
This one's tough for me. I'm also going to say no. Because I think that, I don't know, man. I think it's too high profile. Is that too
we're gonna
important
get a
of a character?
Book. We're going to get a Snoke book. And I mean, I'm not saying Andy Serkis is an A-lister, but I can't see him doing all this Snoke stuff, going back and doing it on a TV series. And I can't imagine them having anyone else do it.
Yeah,
and I think you're getting a Joseph Snoke novel to get people that backstory they want.
Yeah, I think that they pushed that the Snoke visual effects were like cutting edge, and they were like just pushing the boundaries of what visual graphics can do. And I don't know. I mean, not that spared no expense on the TV show, but at the same time, I think like there's got to be ways to keep down the budget on the, you know what I mean, for what they're trying to do. And so I just think like bringing in Andy Serkis to recreate one of the most visually, technologically advanced visual things.
Outstanding.
You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. It just seems kind of crazy. But then again, I mean, they could do like, oh, there he is. He's in a vision and he's in the fog and, we see him. He makes appearances. So I don't know.
Unless Favreau Tarantino's it and just does like one scene, it's like animated.
Yeah.
It goes back to,
I don't know. I have a feeling that his stuff isn't really going to revolve around, like we know the era, but I don't think it's going to involve like Ben and stuff. So anyway, it's will or won't.
Right. And we're both saying he won't.
He won't. Third question is, will the Clone Wars new episodes be the best of the series? Now, this kind of comes off the cuff of what we were talking about last Monday. People really like those Mortis episodes, John. So will these next 12 episodes be the best of the Clone Wars series?
I was going to say yes earlier, but after thinking about it more and listening to our episode on Monday and looking back on it, no. I think they'll be good, and I think your diehards who love the Clone Wars will overstate how good they are because they've missed it so much. But I think ultimately, when we step back in a few years and look back, they're going to say, they were good. I'm glad they did them. But they're no Mortis arc, or they're no Maul trilogy, or whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to say no.
You drive a hard bargain on that, but I still think I'm going to go with they are. And I think, I think they are going to be the best. And the reason is I think because they've had a lot of time to plan out how these 12 episodes are going to go. That's going to put the final nail in the coffin on this series. And so I think
it'll have better animation too, I'm sure.
Maybe, but they might also just like kind of keep to the same style that they've ever, so that way it fits in, using old assets. That might even be like part of the budget thing. But I think they're going to close this thing the right way, and it's going to be very impactful and super emotional, I think. So we'll see how it turns out.
They will be the best ever.
Yep. The best of the series of Clone Wars show.
Yeah. Right.
Will episode 9 be the last time J.J. Abrams is involved in a Star Wars production? I'm going to jump on you here, and I'm going to say, yeah, I think it is. I think he's putting his bow on this one, and he's going to hand it off. And I think that's funny because we said that about Force Awakens, but I don't think how much more closure you can get after 9, unless it's amazing. Like so excellently amazing that we're like, take it from Ryan, give it to JJ. I don't know.
I'm with you, man. I am saying it will be the last time. So yes, it will be the last time JJ is involved in a Star Wars production. And I think it's going to be incredible. And I think he's going to go out on a high note.
Can't argue with you. I think that's exactly what it is. We got
remember that now.
Yeah,
remember that. You can't argue with me.
I can't argue with that point because I already said I agreed with it. The next question: will Kevin Kiner take over as the main composer for future Star Wars movies? Now, just to give you a little bit of context, Kevin Kiner is the main composer for the Clone Wars series, and he's kind of a fan favorite as far as like, oh man, this dude's so good, give him a shot, put him in the movie. So
Rebels too.
Yeah, oh yeah. But he comes from that Dave Filoni, Clone Wars era. So do we think that he will take over as a future Star Wars movie composer? What do you say?
Well, as the main composer, no. I feel like they're gonna. I think we talked about this where it was kind of like, I thought Rian Johnson's trilogy will have its own composer. Benioff and Wise will have their own composer. Maybe even the person who did the Game of Thrones music. But I think he may get himself a movie if there's a standalone, like maybe he does the Obi-Wan movie or something. It's possible. But will he be the new John Williams and just be like, oh, he's the Star Wars composer? I say no.
Yeah, I say he's not even going to be in a movie.
Just series?
Yeah, I think he's just going to, that's the niche. And, I'm not 100% positive that Dave Filoni's ever going to get a movie either. And if they're not moving Dave up, then they're probably not moving up the dude who does the music for
That's a good point.
Yeah. And I think that Kevin would like to stay with Dave as well. So there's kind of a bigger question there too. And I'm going to say a very unpopular thing is like, I'm not like super blown away by the music. And I think that the music
neither am I.
That is in Rogue One and the music that is in Solo are so good that I don't know. There's no need. There's plenty of composers out there who have been doing film scores for a long time to give this guy his shot when he is excelling already in the animated world.
My only request is people stop being lazy and suggesting Hans Zimmer.
Dude, Hans Zimmer's so good though.
I know. Too much.
He wrote Lion King. That's amazing.
I know. That's amazing.
Oh, Hans Zimmer. Next question. Will Maul's story at the end of Solo be continued in a future Star Wars live action series instead of in a movie? That one's kind of a tricky question. What are you saying, John? It won't.
No, so, it will be in a movie somehow.
That's interesting.
Ray Park's coming back with a Sam Witwer voice, probably some Emilia Clarke, but in a movie, not in a series. And it may not be a Solo sequel, but they're gonna continue this somehow, some way, cinematically.
I think that was 100% the plan. And then Solo didn't do that well at the box office. And so the plan has changed and they're going to finish Maul's story elsewhere. Books,
So
comics,
your answer
something
is
else. Oh, yeah, no.
No, your answer is it will.
No, it will not be in a future live action series or in a movie.
You don't think it neither?
Neither. No, I think it's going to, I don't see them doing a television series telling the story.
So how are they going to do it? They're going to dump it off in a comic somewhere?
I think like right now they were hoping that would be the case. Like this has been a character that the fans have wanted for a very long time. We have this ripe area. People are really going to love this. And then people didn't even go see the movie. And then they're like, oh, Maul, yeah, whatever. That's weird. I thought he was dead, and it's just like,
then you
not
have
the
to
big response they were hoping for.
I know this is a yes or no segment. And we're not supposed to get too deep into this, but you're going to have a big population of Star Wars fans who saw him come back and they're going to be like, oh my God, where are they going to go with this? And then they're going to think it ended because they're not going to be reading that comic or something.
Yeah. I mean, let's rephrase the question just a little bit. Do you think that, he's going to be in a movie or a live action series? I would say definitely more likely live action series.
Okay.
Let's put it
We'll
that
see.
way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching that video. And if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and head over to the full episode by clicking this box here. If you want, you can subscribe, and that way you get all the weekly news, you get our discussions, you get information on our giveaways whenever we do them. It's a good time, we promise. Thanks for watching the Resistance broadcast.